we're going to go and do the third quest, search for Cain, to go through the underground passage to the Dark Wood, search for the Tree of Inifis, and then recover the scroll. And that is not going to be easy. So I saved after episode 2 and exited. This is a new day, so I will need to resummon everything except for my mercenaries. Okay, so Darkwood is 2 places off. Oh, what do you know? It still kept my map. Means I'm going to fight Bishy Bosh again. Okay, so we're going to go for Bishy Bosh first. Now, also, I just want to say that last time I said that you can summon more than, you can have more than one companion if you have summoning. Now, I actually sort of said it the wrong way. You can have more than one person in your party if you have summoning ability, but you can't have more than one mercenary. So yeah, so Fiona is the only one I can have. You get different ones for every level except for number 4. I'll take a healing potion. This girl's attacking my vine, which they will do. All your characters will have will attract attention. Now I'm flying solo tonight. Monotone is not here. He is going to take a break for a while because he decided to go off and get a girlfriend. So that means he fails the criteria to be on a game playing video. So we will wait for him to come back. And in the meantime, I've got a couple of other people that are going to come on and say hello. Probably just after a little while. Now the scrolls, you can buy tomes, which Akara and her equivalents have. They will house up to 20 scrolls. Identify and portal, you need to actually get the separate nominated ones. So if you have a tome of Identify, you can't put Scroll of Town Portals in there. Oh, he just wandered over to kill that, to raise that guy. Now these gargantuan beasts. This is what is actually going to be guarding the Tree of Inifis and making my life really difficult. And I was actually thinking, because I'm playing, you may have seen in my title screen on the first video when I created this character, that I do have a couple of other druids running. One of them is another low level. And I'm using him to just kind of play through with this build and just see, you know, how I do on a fury build, not muling or buying anything on a PVM playthrough. And let me tell you, it's not easy. And I'm kind of wondering just how smart this idea was. A lot of gems. Okay. Accidentally hit that well. That's going to take a little while to refill. Wells will refill, and really interestingly, if it's raining, because something cool this game has is it does have weather, is that when it rains they actually do fill up a lot quicker, which I think is just a nice little touch. And, you know, just a nice little detail that they've got in there, and I think that's pretty cool. So, yeah, so they will refill. At some point it will refill halfway and then refill all the way. Buckler, that's grey, so it's socketed or ethereal. Oh, my frame rate is just going really funny. Okay. This may be my... I wonder if maybe something has to just come on in the background. But, yeah, no, a Fury Werewolf Druid is, I think, really one of the harder Druid builds you could have. Or Grand Charm. So, a Charm will provide you, as long as you keep it in your inventory, not in your stash in town. If you keep it in your stash in town, it'll do nothing. But a Charm, if you keep it on you, will give you... so it will give me a bonus to, well, there you go, I've got an extra 3 to dexterity now. So that's, you know, that's good. And I will just hang on to that because I actually will use that. That will help my my attack rating and my defense. And let me, you know, it will help me also to be able to wield things like swords in particular. Good swords need high dexterity. So we'll see how that works out. Okay. My vine's still going strong. Now these pulsating sacks, as much as I love saying that sentence, that spits out those little pterodactyl guys, which are called foul crows. So I'm going to take out her because she is ranged, and she is ranged. And they're just a massive pain. So I'll get some gold. Alright. Now, as well with the belt, when you pick up a potion, so I've got mana in my number 1 slot. If I didn't have that there and I picked up a mana potion, it will automatically go in there. It will automatically stack to where it is. So, okay, I've got an experience shrine. I can see this is a special character. He's a different colour. If he had cursed under his name, you may remember I said this, I think, in the last video, that if someone is cursed, you'll get a curse above your head and it will actually get rid of your little emblem. So that works with everything. Okay, ethereal boots. I am not going to use that. Okay, so here is, you can see on the map how you've got these little wiggly lines. This wall will have an opening which will take me to the underground passage. Okay, if I hit that shrine, because it's an emblem shrine, if it was just a mana shrine or a health shrine, if I hit that shrine now, it will replace my experience shrine abilities, and I will instead pick up the skill shrine. So I don't want to do that because I want to get as much experience as I can, so that I can get as much experience as possible and level up. Now, did you hear how that? So here's the entrance here, and you can see it's in pink there. Did you hear how extra creaky that chest was? That means there's a trap, which means it's going to do one of 5 things. It's either going to send out like a little frost nova to give you cold damage. It will, go on fire or shoot out a fireball. To give you, oh, here we go, some arrows. These guys shoot lightning. With 2 different lots of missile characters attacking me. Fun. So they will, so it will shoot out some lightning, some cold, a cloud of poison, or some fire. And so this looks like a special character. Oh, I'm guessing that's Spectral Hit. Thank you, Mr. Vine. Yep, okay, so Spectral Hit. It's got some cold damage. It's also, I think, like twice as tough. It hits twice as hard. So that's quite nasty. I know I've gone up a level. You can see my both my buttons down the bottom are red, but I don't want to update that yet. Here we go, because I still had my experience shrine on. So I'm actually going to go back on something I said about not putting stuff into life, because I think you really probably should. Now, what level am I? Level 6. So, I can get Cyclone Armor, that's pretty good. I'm going to summon a wolf. Oh, I can also have Oak Sage. I'll get that going. And then I might just start putting stuff in there. Now when you bring up your menu screens, it doesn't pause the game. It's not Fallout, it's not Need for Speed, it's not any of those kind of games where that happens, so don't get used to that. Okay, so I'm going to use my Lycanthropy as F2. That says F3. I'm going to instead, that'll actually be my Cyclone Armor. So I'm going to, I've got F7 as my Vine, F6 will be my Wolf, and F5 will be my Oak Sage. So let's get these boys up. Okay. Alright, I'm not going to bother taking a mana potion because I'm not using anything that requires mana. So that Oak Sage gives you a bonus to life for you plus everybody else in your party. This also does work, same as with the Paladin's aura, or a Barbarian's like Battle Order, War Cry, that's the word. So if you are on, if you have a ladder character, if you're playing on Battle.net, you can, let's have a look and see what this is. Nah. You can, yeah, and you've got friends on there playing with you, it will affect all of them as well, so that makes it, that makes you really deadly. You will typically want to have a Paladin, or a Druid, or a Barbarian in a team. From what I remember, because I don't have the latest version of Diablo, from what I remember, they kind of made it more difficult the more players you had in a game. If you played LAN particularly, I'm not so sure about Battle.net because I never survived on there long enough to be able to tell. Ooh, experience shrine, so hopefully I don't get a cursed character. Now, cursed characters are few and far between in normal, so the odds are pretty low. I'm going to come up against one here. When you get to, in particular, Hell, you will not ever be able to find a group of characters where one is not a special character. So, yeah, so keep that in mind. You just might want to have a little quick peek and see if there's a Javelin. I don't want that. So I probably don't want that either, actually. You probably, yeah, want to check if there's a special character with cursed on their characteristics. Let's have a look here. Get him. Nice. Picking up some jewelry. So hopefully I get something good. Because something I've been very worried about with this playthrough is that I'm going to end up just not finding anything good and being really stuck. But I wanted to kind of show what it's like for people that haven't played this before. Because you know, I think us veterans, you know, tend to forget what it's like, and you know, when you see people on, you know, the Diablo 2 forums or you know, Facebook groups or IGN boards, things like that, you know, I see a lot of people don't really seem to get why players find it difficult. But when you're new, especially if you just play PVM instead of against other players, it gets, you know, it can be really tough if you're playing, you know, that you only use what you can find, basically, because you don't have anything in your milling kitty, you don't have anything like that, you don't have any money you can buy, you've got no one that can swap stuff with you, you probably don't have any friends on the realms, if you do play online and things like that, and not everybody wants to pay. So, you know, and it is quite difficult. I remember my first character was a paladin called Angeles. I remember killing Bale in Hell. This was back before, I think this is sort of about the second patch. It was really sort of early in, when I had him killing Bale on Hell, and that game just glitched all the time. But it took me about 2 hours to kill him, because I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't have anything good. You know, all the good stuff I had was basically for other characters. So I had a really good armor. Really good war staff for a sorceress. I had the unique shadow bow, which is for an Amazon, and you know, we didn't know how to you know, change those weapons between different characters and things like that. So that was interesting. I had to basically, I think Blessed Hammer him, but I only had that up to about level 4. I wasn't a Hammerdin, they're called, the specialist Blessed Hammer Paladins. I was an Auradin, so I specialized in Conviction with Vengeance as my attack. So yeah, so these shrines here, so Health Shrine, Mana Shrine, they're just like little ponds full of health or mana. They will not affect if you have a shrine that has an emblem above your head. So yeah, so you can run into one of those, no problem. But just be aware of what shrines you have in the area. Oh wow, this is such a big map. So this I'm just running through, just trying to find how to get to the next one. That Taj that fell, I'm not going to pick it up because the Taj is Paladin only. So I can never use that. Okay, let me just quickly... and I might put another one into Strength. So I want to use that axe. So I'm going to start doing this because level 1, I think generally... so there is 2 levels to this. There's like an Uber chest in there. I'm not going to bother. I probably should because there might be something good in there, but I am not going to just try and take up a lot of time. And it's not really fun. It's quite, you can see how spread out this map is, so I'm not going to subject you to another one. Okie dokie, so go through. This is great if you're a sorceress because you can use your teleport ability to just zoom around. That would be very handy. And if you're not a sorceress, you can get items that will let you, like that will have a teleport ability. When you see, I would really like to have a really good bow so I can give that to my girl. So I'm going to hang on to her until I think Nightmare level 2, and then I'll swap her in for a polearm level 2 barbarian. Not a barbarian. He's a... Oh, why can I not think what they're called? The Iron Wolves Akuras. What are the Lucaline guys called? I can't remember. Alright. So here we go. So we're going to the Dark Wood. And I might just pause this for a sec. Okay. The Darkwood. I'm not a fan of this place because these spear girls are alright. The tree is surrounded by some those gargantuan beasts, but the main character is extra fast. When you have an extra fast character, it will affect all the other ones, so they are all extra fast. See, here's that brilliant AI. My arrow girl just zooms in. Okay, so get some healing. I'm going to pick up these chip gems and probably just sell them. I might hang on to a couple. I'd like to find... see, there we go, under the mattress. I would like... And now everyone's stuck in there. I would like to find, actually, the waypoint before I... See, that's a trap. There's... Oh, thank you. Skeleton Archer, that was cheeky. I have on... Oh, no, I don't. That's my other druid that has it. Something that's really good to find on items at a low level. See, so in here on these characteristics down there, if you can find Replenish Life, that is a really good thing to have on there. because yeah, your health will just gradually just keep coming back. And yeah, see, so here we go, it's starting to rain. Now this game was made in 2000. I think when you first look at the game, the graphics are look pretty dodgy, because you know it's 2014 and we're all used to you know, to much better graphics in games and things like that. But I have to say that the more that you play it, like you sort of forget about it. Oof. Okay, so champions. Let's kill the normal one. She'll be easy. Okay, Berserker does about 4 times the damage of a normal one of whatever it is. I think most creatures, I'm trying to think of one that can't. Most creatures can have these special, you know, champion or what have you creatures. There's a whole different bunch of them. You can have possessed, ghostly, and yeah, they have different attributes. Some of them can only be hurt by physical damage. Champions are just basically, you know, they've got, I think, 1.5 times the life of a normal one, and they do twice the damage. Berserkers do about 4 times the damage, but they actually have, I think, less life, maybe. Possessed, can't be cursed. Spike Fiend. So there are a whole bunch of different versions of the same creature in this game. So you might see there was a Spike Fiend, which is basically a quill rat. Which is basically a quill rat, but it's the exact same design. They're just, you know, might have a little bit of higher damage, things like that. And you'll see this when you go up into different difficulties, that you know, you can say, oh well, why is this you know, why is this gargantuan beast now called a brute? And it's just because, yeah, they just have different statistics, but they look the same, and so, you know, you can just recognize them pretty easily, and whatever tactics you used on the original kind will work on the altered kind. So there's another shrine I can see that's popped up. Fire shrine. Now, okay, this is good. A shrine is not always a good thing. Shrines can hurt. So here's one. That would have worked really brilliantly if that had hit someone, except for me. I was the only one it hit, unfortunately. So a fire shrine, so that will just shoot out fire in all directions. I've got no fire resistance, so that hurt me. But if I had high fire resistance, I would definitely, you know, just lure a bunch of people there if I had to, if I was having difficulty. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, no, I just ended up right in the middle. Ouch, 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 ouch. Oof. Yep, there goes my vine. Go away. So here's a brute. It's exactly like what I was talking about. Where's that well? Ooh. So he's extra strong, extra fast. It makes all his companions extra fast as well. Okay, so I might actually go back to town and get my girl. So yes, so go to Kasha, get her back. I had to use all my companions as a meat shield there, which is, I guess, not very gallant, but it was necessary. Okay, so I bet this will be no good, but I'm not picking up anything. See, it's still better than that. Okay. Replenish life. There we go. That's exactly what I was talking about. 18 to attack rating. That's hopeless. In the large scheme of things, I mean, your attack rating by the time you're level, 35, 40 will be over 1,000. An extra 18 is nothing. Extra gold. Gold is just not something you really need, but I'm going to do my little mosaic tile puzzle here. So what I'm going to do is, because Fiona doesn't have any cap, that's better than nothing. So at Kara, get my Tomatown portal. So I never get the identifier because it's just, I won't need it once I get Deckard. Okay, now to fill this up, you can click on this, you can right click on this, or left click and hit yes, 15 times to fill it up to 20. What I do is I just hold down shift and right click, and that fills it all up. It's the same with, if you have designated what you want your potions to be. Down here in the belt, if you, you can just right click, you hit shift and right click, and that will fill it all up. All the health will end up in your health slots. If you have nothing down there, it will just fill up all of them. So if you're on a tight budget, be aware of that. Alright, let's get some repairs.
What you need?
What do I need? Okay. So I'll hang on to these gems actually, because I'll use them to make rejuvenation potions. Okay, so yeah, so if I had the Herodic Cube, which is the item that will meld different, 3 of a kinds together into something else. So if I had my Herodic Cube, I could put these 3 chipped emeralds in, and it would make a flawed emerald. So I'm going to use a bunch in here. So to make a little pink rejuvenation potion, you need 3 of any kind of healing potion, 3 of any kind of mana potion, and a chipped gem. And you whack them into that Herodic Cube, and that will that'll work. So I'll deposit my gold. That'll make one of those. And if you have 3 of these little ones, it will make a big, huge one that will give you 100% back to your life and mana. So let's. I actually think I'm going to have to use life quite a bit. And so now I'm going to bulk up my attack speed. And now I've got my spirit going. So I think that's enough for now. And I'll be back in the next video. Okay, thanks guys.